Hytale is currently undergoing the most radical pivot in gaming history. 6 months ago, the project was officially cancelled by Riot Games, but in November, the original founder, Simon, brought it all back. He rescued 10 years of work and rehired over 50 original developers to finish the job independently. But here's the catch: they aren't promising a finished game on day one. Simon has introduced what he calls an honesty policy. He's been all over Twitter telling fans, if you want a finished game, please don't pre-order. They are launching on January 13, 2026 in what they call a true early access. This means it's buggy, the loot is unbalanced, and the codebase is a Frankenstein of over 300 merged GitHub branches. They're being brutally honest. The first impression will be rough, but the path forward is finally clear. In this video, I'll be going over some of the technical side we've been shown by Hytale's technical director. So let's get into the engine, because this is where the biggest technical shifts have happened. The team famously scrapped the C++ cross-platform engine Riot was building and returned to the original Java-based legacy engine. However, technical director Silky has confirmed that this isn't the 2018 antique. They have modernized the entire stack to Java 25. This jump allows for modern garbage collection and significantly lower memory overhead, making the game feel much snappier than the prototypes we saw years ago. In simple terms, this means the game can do more with less memory and feel smoother under load. Silky's core philosophy for Hytale is one community, one client. He explicitly stated on Twitter that they want to avoid what he calls the version jungle. In other games, the community is fragmented across a dozen different versions because of mod compatibility. Hytale won't have a version selector. Everybody plays on the same build, and the server-side modding architecture is assigned to handle those updates without breaking your world every single time a patch drops. This is achieved through a data-driven design. Almost everything, from block behavior to NPC AI, is defined by JSON files and assets rather than hard-coded logic. This means that the engine stays stable while the content on top of it can be swapped out or updated instantly. One of the coolest recent revelations was the 4KB transfer packet. In the past, if you wanted to move players between servers in a network, you needed a complex proxy like bungee cord. Hytale does this natively. Server A can hand the client a small ticket containing up to 4KB of metadata. Your inventory, your stats, your current quest, for example, and then tell the client to connect directly to server B. This shared source server approach means you can build massive, seamless networks without the overhead of middleman proxies. Silky has stated their intention to release the server source code shortly after launch, unobfuscated and commented, assuming no blockers emerge. This leads us to the Mac and Linux situation. Silky recently clarified that Mac and Linux support is actually finished. The game runs natively on Apple Silicon, M1, M2, M3 chips using OpenGL 3.3. So why is the January 13 launch listed as Windows only? It's a legal and security holdup. For Mac, they're waiting on Apple's notarization process to avoid the undefined developer warnings. On the performance side, the target is accessibility. They are seeing 50 plus FPS on integrated graphics like the Intel Iris Xe and the Apple's M series chips. Even older laptops with Intel UHD 620 are hitting 30 FPS. Hytale is a playable mess that's finally coming home. It's independent again and it's only $19.99. Pre-orders are live now, and if you grab the Cursebreaker edition for $70, you're essentially helping fund the next 10 years of development. But even if you just get the standard edition, you're locking in your username and taking the first steps into Orbis. Hopefully, the curse is finally broken. We've waited 7 long years for a blog post to become a game, and on January 13, that wait ends. Are you joining us on day 1 or waiting for the Frankenstein code to be cleared up? Let me know in the comments below. I've linked all of Silky's technical threads and official FAQ below. My name is Nomine, and I will see you guys on Orbis.